Hello, this is an experimental broadcast I'm trying with my laptop in the comfort of my home and on a New Year day. And what I'm trying to do is to actually look back nearly 40 years ago. I became a journalist, and the first impression I have of a newsroom is the sound of teleprinters clickety clickety clack, 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 clack. It was so noisy that I couldn't work in the newsroom. There were no cameras, so video cameras certainly. There were only largely black and white photographs clicked by professional photographers, and news was transmitted painfully through teleprinters, and news used to pour out of a corner of a newsroom on teleprinters. My first business card had a telex address on it. World news meant actually listening to radio on the shortwave because it was in India that wasn't allowing in uh, any other private broadcast anyway, and or listening to All India Radio. And most of the stuff happened in newspapers and magazines. These were the ones who enjoyed relative freedom. But today, I'm sitting here in the corner of the planet, in my bedroom, precise. I'm going live on video at virtually no cost. Whereas I remember the days when you could actually send a telegram out with just two words for 10 rupees, when 1,000 rupees a month was a good salary to have. So, as I wish you a happy new year, I'm trying to use this occasion to help you understand what it means to live in a world where you cannot imagine tomorrow. Would I have imagined 35 years ago that I would be actually sitting in the corner of a bedroom and broadcasting on high quality video at virtually zero cost? So just imagine 40 years hence. But on the other hand, let's look at another reality, which is that I'm mostly homebound these days for the past 1 year because I would have also equally not imagined a pandemic of the kind that COVID 19 has been. So the paradox is that if you want to look at it positively, it's like I've been enjoying music concerts from Chennai, virtually three, four a day, broadcast on YouTube, while the annual trip to Chennai, which I can afford now, which I couldn't afford then, is now not possible easily because of the pandemic. So the world actually moves this way and that way and this, and you can never really say. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there is a new year, there is a new normal, there are new realities, and this is how the world moves. The takeaway from this is that, as Yogi Berra, one of my favorite funny but philosophical, uh, should I say, writers, communicators, I don't know really, because Yogi Berra was a baseball player who was famous for his one liners. And he said, it's very difficult to predict, especially the future. So we cannot predict the future, but we can come up with the idea and internalize the idea of living in new normals and preparing for new normals. What is in our control is just our ability to internalize the idea of the new normal. So, as I wish you a happy new year, and looking back at not only 2020 as the year of that horrible pandemic, but also as a year that taught me to look at things from alternate perspectives. To me, COVID 19 was one side of the balance sheet, whereas seeing everything on YouTube live and being able to go live myself across the planet, it was almost magical if you look back at what it was when I started my career as a journalist. Today, the problem is not about how to be a journalist. Today, the problem is living in a world where everybody thinks that he or she is a journalist and has a smartphone. I just looked up data and I found out that there are 700 million broadband connections in India. 500 of 500 million of them are mobile and 200 million on wireline. This would have been unimaginable even 20 years ago. And 40 years ago, even the fact that there was something called the internet didn't exist. So technology is exploding in a way that it is probably going to change the world more than ideology can. Ideology is a very poor substitute for technology as I see it. And it can often determine ideology rather than the other way around. So uh, this is what I want to say today. New normal, new ideas, new reality, and a new year. Wishing you all a very happy new year 2021. Thank you.